time slows down when it can get no worse. I can feel it running out on me. I don't want these to be my last words. All forgotten, 'cause that's all they'll be. Now there's only one thing I can do, fight until the end like I promised to. Wishing there was something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. What do you see before it's over? Blinding flashes getting closer. Wish that I had something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make 'em all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die, gotta die. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make 'em all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die. This could be the day I die for you. Feeling like there's nothing I can do. This could be the end, it's mine to choose. It's taken me my lifetime just to prove. This could be the day I die for you. Don't let it be the day. What do you see before it's over? Blinding flashes getting closer. Sacrificing everything I knew. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you. Everything I know, everything I hold tight. When to let it go, when to make 'em all fight. When I'm in control, when I'm out of my mind. When I gotta live, when I gotta die.
Stay in the moment with complete control over what comes next. At least when it comes to your music. Spotify Premium lets you play albums and playlists in any order. No ad breaks, just uninterrupted music listening without limits. Tap the banner to learn more. Visions in my head of this. You don't know the half of it. I got dreams of looking up, high as I can get. But nothing feels like how it feels to know these things I don't know yet. The weight of everything.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Reyna's Into the Shadows I guess technically lower round of 16. I am Ancient Angel. Here with me is Mini Mizek, aka Mini, and how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm very excited for this game. TSE, longtime friends of TPR versus Involted. I've seen them, I think, like 2 or 3 times by this stage. They put up some very good shows, so I'm excited to see this game.
I am too. I think it's going to be a super interesting best of three. Just real quick, before we jump in to this exciting match, let's just run over that bracket really quick so we can understand how we got to this point. So we should be able to get that bracket up here at any moment just to talk about things. But, when it does come to this matchup, it does feel very like I almost want to say even like there isn't necessarily a like a big favorite coming into this. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think Involted put up a very strong show last time. Twisted Saints obviously knocking Team Prolific out from the last match, knocking my team out. Still, still very hurt over that. But they played a very good series. Twisted Saints looking so strong right now. Involted also looking very strong. I think it's going to be maybe one of the closest games that we've had so far. I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be very hard just who to predict will win. At least in my eyes, I think it can go either way, just depending on map veto.
All right. Well, map veto is going to be interesting, and we're going to have to talk about that in just a second. But as I did say, that bracket should be coming up for us to talk about. So I mean, we're gonna just to realistically talk about this. How did we get to this point? How did we get to Involted versus Twisted Saints? Well, it came off the back of these lower rounds of 64 and 32. Uh, Twisted Saints beating Prolific. How was that game from like your perspective, right? I want to hear it from the player himself who ended up
Yeah,
losing.
so Sunset we won. It was kind of a pretty dominant first half where we went. I believe it was 10-2. And then we kind of lost our ground. Things got a little bit shaky, but then we managed to close it out with a 13-10 victory on Sunset, I believe. And then I believe we went to either Ascent. No, Ascent was map 3. We went to Split for second map. Things didn't really go our way. Um, just uh, just didn't play that well from me. Um, yeah, but again, just a little bit of complications, and it was a kind of a moderate series. I'd say like 13-7, 13-7 for both maps. So yeah, that's what it was like to go against it from Prolific. Sunset was a pretty dominant game, but the other two maps, they just absolutely crushed us.
Yeah, and I mean on the other side of things for Involted, they had a pretty nice 2-0 against Ferox, which was, really interesting to see. I felt like that match might have been a little closer than initially expected, but no, Involted just completely stomped their way through that series. So now we're coming here, lower round of 16, Twisted Saints versus Involted. You know, forget about the bracket because it doesn't matter anymore. What happened in the past, we talked about it in the past. We're now in here, and you mentioned that map veto and how crucial that's going to be in deciding the series. So let's hopefully see it. We should be able to get to that map veto any second. Do you have any little predictions as for some of the maps we're going to be seeing? Or
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Twisted Saints, they're kind of known in the past as Team Lotus Esports, because that's all they would play and that's all they would win. So I'm definitely expecting a Lotus pick coming out here, and then of course Ascent is a very popular pick. Breeze being banned, I mean, pretty obvious one. Everybody bans Breeze at some point. I feel like many teams ban Breeze. Sunset banned by Involted. Kind of a questionable one there because of Prolific's very dominant first half on it. But I do like that Twisted Saints did pick Lotus, which is one of their strongest maps. We're going into Bind for Involted. Definitely one of the more variation maps where comps can obviously vary. Twisted Saints banning Ascent, which means that we might see an Icebox. There we go, as our decider for map 3.
I actually really like these maps just within the overall context of the series. I think Icebox is a really interesting decider because especially as a decider because it does feel like one of those more specialist maps where like a team will kind of invest a lot of time and energy into getting their icebox to be in a really good state. So generally, when you see it in series, it comes in as one of those first two maps. But now in this third map as a decider, I think that'll be interesting just if we get to it, solely just to see, who actually did put more time into that icebox. But forgetting about that decider, because, best of threes can end in two maps. With Lotus and Bind, you talked about Twisted Saints being, Team Lotus Esports, and then for Bind, being a pretty balanced map in just the way that teams like to play on it and having those, different, I don't know how to say, like different aspects, right? You can have
Mhm.
like those full just 5-man executes on Bind on that attacking side, whereas on the other like on the other coin, I guess, the other side of that same coin, you can also have sometimes in Bind where it becomes really really default heavy and lurky. And so I think Lotus, Bind, Icebox, pretty interesting series. But forget about Icebox and forget about Bind just for now. We have to talk about Lotus, right? That first map. Agent Select should be upcoming. Mini Me, talk me through this because I'm concerned slash curious.
All right, so when we go into Lotus, obviously we're looking at some of the kind of quote unquote new changes that have gone on. We're kind of looking at some maybe a chamber pick, maybe a killjoy pick. It usually goes kind of one of two ways. You're usually taking that Omen, you're usually taking that Viper, you're usually taking that Raise, and then maybe you take a Fade or you take a Sky, which we are seeing right here. We're seeing the Fade, we're seeing the Viper, we're seeing the Omen, we're seeing a Killjoy from SJ, and we're seeing a Raise, and on the other side, we're seeing the other Sentinel, where we can play Chamber, where we're gonna play Omen. Looks like we're gonna go for a double Initiator here, where we're gonna see the Sky and the Fade coming out. What do you think?
I actually really like Twisted Saints comp here. Yeah, I think I would like it a little bit more if Zek went for the Breach instead of the Sky, but I still think that Sky has a lot of strong points on this map. I think that with the Sky nerfs coming in, uh, it becomes a lot more difficult to, run that Viper, and it becomes a lot more, I guess, not justifiable to continue to run the double controller when you don't have those flashes to help you really take control of Rubble and A main. So, using that double initiator, still providing that information that you get with the Fade, but then also having that other initiator like the Sky, like the Breach, in some cases, but in this case, it's just that Sky, can really help Twisted Saints take that A main control, take that Rebel control, help their defaults. I actually really like that come from Twisted States, but for Involted, they're just running the standard default. Everyone knows this composition, so for them, it's just going to be about how well can you play that out.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be looking at a lot of map control here on the side of Involted. Yeah, on the side of Involted, I believe, just coming in with the Viper and the Killjoy and the Omen, you're looking at the kind of the slower agents where TSE will be looking at Chamber, so you're looking at taking aggressive map control.
Oh,
I
well,
fixed it.
round is live, but our faces are here. We are not. I don't think either of us are Sky specifically.
No,
Who
absolutely
is
not.
who is helping push Twisted Saints in towards A main, but for us, um, yeah, I mean, who knows? We're gonna jump right back into just like some random round, like some random point within that pistol round. It's gonna be
Oh, yeah.
quite interesting. Yeah.
So I believe for pistol round, especially with chamber, you're going to be wanting to take a lot of that space, especially because of the new chamber buffs. Um, I'm a chambermate. I've got 1,000 hours on chamber, over 1,000 hours. I know his kit inside and out. I know his econ inside and out. So I expect Fixed here to be running a 6 bullet and trademark. type of buy, where obviously you've got the 6 bullets. You don't really want the shield because obviously you're the only sentinel. You gotta get something behind you. But again, 6 bullets, easily able to take control of 1 or 2 gunfights now. So we should be able to jump back into it soon. Here we go. First round going to,
Involted.
I believe that's TSE.
Oh, yes, it is. The teams are swapped. So TSE ends up taking that first round. Yeah, it's Twisted Saints on that, really interesting double initiator comp with that chamber coming in from Fix. And you did mention the 6 bullets, the 6 headhunter bullets in that pistol round. It's something that I think now, as more time has gone on, we've really seen those buffs to that headhunter help a lot. And you can see, forget about a headhunter, let's just have a guardian, as Fix just completely mows down that Fade at the start of the round.
Yeah, sometimes I do like to do the guardian bundle, because you can just go and really take control and spam through many walls. But we're gonna see a pretty solid C take here. Yuki only using a satchel, got plenty of utility for post plant. Jib, Yuki, and Zek all just coming in here. 4 players. We're in a 5v4 retake. Everyone's kind of grouped up except for that Omen, I believe. Yeah, we're just gonna see a retake. Maybe they'll die to bomb, but yeah, right now just so much util on the side of TSE that's still available. It doesn't look like a promising retake for Involted, but they're gonna try for it anyway. Cookie missing a few shots.
And now for Happy, as he just tries to stick Yuki with that nade, is gonna knock him off. Sprays with the Spectre as well. And now for Kiko, it's just about jumping around, seeing how much you can find. 1 bullet left in the clip, but no time on the clock for Involted. So Saints gonna be able to pick that up, but it's costly, man. Only Fix stays alive.
Yeah, I mean, he does walk out of that clean with a Phantom in his hand. But again, you're going to be looking at a very scrappy round 3 buy for Twisted Saints. Going for a double rifle, Sheriff, Stinger, and another Sheriff as well. Yeah, they're going to go towards a B hit, which I very much do like, because it does feel like a 50-50 when on any round where the guns really do not matter on a B take. It's pretty much just about getting as much value, getting as many guns as you can. Zach, we're going to have an execute here. Here we go, Yuki entering the site. Straight into Kiko getting the first blood.
He's got that first blood. Sight entered. Jibui on that plant. Potil still here, just trying to get as much done, and it's only good for 1. Cookie and Fix gonna immediately trade back out. Noir over here alongside Sjet over towards Link, and it does not result in anything. That's a bonus round that has been busted wide open and gone the way of Twisted Saints.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge round 3 conversion for Twisted Saints. Now, Involted are just knocked down onto an eco. All they can do is buy Sheriffs, get some light shields, maybe get a few pieces of util, but it's just not looking too good for Involted at the moment. Especially with the double control and Sentinel, you're really looking to take as many rounds on defense as possible before you go into that attack half as well.
Yeah, you want to try and get as much done as possible. It is also, in all fairness, a slightly attack-sided map, and I think Twisted Saints comp does favor the attack. But to that same degree, Involted's comp does favor defense, right? It does favor holding down those sites with the Viper and the Killjoy, so...
Oh yeah, 100%. I really like how Twisted Saints are approaching this right now. What they're doing is taking pretty much parts of C control, some B control, and then they're deciding what to hit based off on that. It's gonna be another B hit, just exploding onto the side. Here we go. Yuki getting the showstopper kill on Pepper. Happy, going to try and clear out Yuki as well. But still with the Sheriff versus the rifle. It goes wide. Yuki gets 3.
gets 3. Noir now just trying to leer around that dark cover, able to find Fix, but Ghibli trades right back out, and now for Schietta, it's just a 1v4, a Sheriff, and a Dream. You can't find Cookie off the back of that swing, and so now there's that double peek. Yuki on for 4 to bring a 4th round to Twisted Saints, and I mean, these guys are looking unstoppable so far.
Yeah, we're gonna get a timeout coming in from Involted. Very good timeout. You really want to take this round because if Involted lose this round, then they're gonna be knocked down onto an eco again. So Twisted Saints really just looking to shut that down, and Involted obviously just looking to take this round and then hopefully get a few rounds on the board, bring it to 8-4, not letting them get one more. But as you said, it is a pretty attacker-sided map. It does favor the control because of the 3 sites. But yeah, what are you thinking should happen from the inside of Involted?
If I am in the head of Involted right now, I'm thinking we're on the defense. We have an opportunity to take really easy A rubble control. I think we need to be investing more players over towards that side, and then maybe just completely playing for retake. We've seen teams, especially in the VCT system, kind of do this with this exact comp with the fade, and just running like a killjoy retake setup over towards C, right? Like, maybe just leaving a turret or an alarm bot over towards C just to watch it, and then just having all of your players play off that site. If they want to take C, let them take C. Let them burn all that utility on the side of Twisted Saints, so then Involted can just clean up the retake for free. And you can actually see Involted actually taking the opposite of my advice, so instead they're going to go for that C control and leave A very much up to that retake.
Oh yeah, here we go. Going to just get into the round, just doing the Omen one way, investing a nade into it as well. These guys pretty much have C control. They're just looking to shut off B as well. Very well read from Involted because they have been taking the C control and this B control pretty much every round. However, it's going to be up to Happy to shut this down. Cookie getting traded by Pepper, but Jib getting that trade back. It goes in favor of Twisted Saints. 4v3 right now. Rotates coming in. Fix is pretty far pushed up now. Noah's unaware, but the alarm bar is just sitting there. Oh, the call has come that they stopped. The read is right.
Read is right, but let's see if the shots can be equally as on point. The nanoswarms are popped just to try and delay for a little bit, but 4 players here for Twisted Saints. Involted, it's just Noir to try and find anything in response. So Zek plants that spike, but Noir hits that shot, and now it's a 3-on-3. Involted, you might have just found your way back in, but a Nightfall could cost a hefty amount of time.
Yeah, even with the chamber still alive as well, that TP should be coming back. SJ, Noah, rendezvous. It's not gonna be used.
Oh, what?
Oh, Fix, my goat! Getting 2 through the box as well. That's 5th round conversion for Twisted Saints. Oh my goodness.
That's ridiculous, Fix. 6-2 on the chamber. You talked about how powerful this agent could be. You gave Fix the benefit of the doubt here, going on to that chamber instead of that KJ, and we see the clutch come out from him in that round number 5. That's a ridiculous wall bang to hit, and that was so clean too. And now for Involted, down to an eco, potentially being faced with a 6-0 scoreline, probably doesn't feel that great, does it?
Oh, definitely not. Especially with Fix poking and prodding all of these places around the map. You just gotta be aware. And looks like they're going to try and pinch Kiko again. Just can't get it done. Oh, TP's out. Does survive with his life. Second TP as well. Does get out. It looks like it's going to be close to a 5v5 retake. But again, look at Fix's position. He's still on A. Just trying to work it.
I mean, Involted have really done a good job at just delaying and stalling for time here. Twisted Saints didn't have the spike with them, so they couldn't commit off to C, or onto the C site off the back of that success they found towards Mound. So you can see this rotation towards A alongside Fix, who's been lurking here. they have this opportunity in towards A to get that spike down,
30 seconds
kind of
left.
secure the 6th round, but you can see Jette with that Sheriff just trying to get some chip damage while Yuki just satchels into the site. Oh,
Yeah, we got
Happy-
that fade. C's going out. Well played by Zach.
Yeah, just well
Clearing
played.
that.
Good
Yeah,
swing.
very diligent clear.
Is Potil the next to swing out? Yes, he is, but he hits the deagle. That was clean, my friend. And now, as the Fade and Kiko the Omen and Jette the Killjoy all try and retake this site with nothing but sheriffs to their name, they all just get gunned down. Twisted Saints, they've kept things clean and they're up 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, just shots being hit, shots being fired. We did see Pepper hit a very nice sheriff shot onto one of TSE's players, but again, just not much more that can be done. You got full rifles. It was 4 people still alive at the end of that round. And then you've got the Omen from the shadows, or I believe that's what the ult is called. Correct me if I'm wrong. But also,
Tournament, I'd hope so.
yes, sir. And yeah, Chambers Tour de Force is also available as well, if Fix really wishes to invest that. Pushing up, taking a risky angle there, but again, Rendezvous is here.
Oh, wow. Fix just completely shut down. Happy finally able to secure that man advantage for Involted Gaming. You can see Twisted Saints now with the majority of players over towards C. Cookies lurk towards B, finds Noir, and that's a huge pick to equalize.
It doesn't even look like they're committing to C. It looks like they're just trying to feel out the map. Even that, with that huge pick, we're just equalizing in a 4v4, making Involted really question that decision. Look at that fade just all the way back in spawn.
Timing. Happy didn't
Happy?
see it. I mean, surely they know that it's over towards A, especially off the back of all this utility that starts getting put over towards stairs, over towards A main. Twisted Saints, they're ready to re-execute on to that A site, except it's actually been a fake all along. They pulled the wool right over the eyes of Twisted Saints. The Nightfall does get invested by Potil. So Involted, there is a way back into this, but if Kiko can't find anything and Happy's only good for 1, then Twisted Saints might be able to bring that scoreline to a 7-0.
Yeah, this fight is definitely going to be a bit scrappy. You've only got the Killjoy and the Fade available. Happy's going for the Showstopper. 2v3 on the side of TSC. Showstopper goes wide though. Jib is put in a very hard position. But here we have Cookie trying to make a play, but Pepper is just going to stick that all the way, and that's going to be a round for Involted. Very nice try from Twisted Saints, but Involted just gets it done. First round on the board.
It's their first one on the board, and I think it's come at such a crucial time, right? You see that Showstopper invested in. Happy knows, like, if you lose that round, then it all looks awful. It just doesn't look good if you're going down 7-0. You know, things look really tough. You know, on the other side for Twisted Saints, I think Fix just got a little caught off guard and towards A main. You could see that, you know, him getting shut down in that round, it really did kind of put Twisted Saints in a really tough spot to, you know, try and refine their footing. Now that Tour de Force is out online, and this is definitely the most deadly weapon in the server.
Here.
Oh yeah, 100%. SJ not even taking his chances with the jump peak right now. Fix is just so aware. He's holding it so close as well. Looking for a jiggle peak, looking for anything, and shot goes wide.
I mean, that was the jiggle of all jiggles. That is an insanely courageous play from Jette. And Potil, you can see in towards a Heaven, just trying to get any sort of control, just maintain it for Involted in this 5v5 retake. As all this utility gets invested, Noir never expecting Fix, and that off angle by the breakable door. Yuki gonna send in the paint shells to try and get rid of that lockdown, does exactly that. And now we're here 5v4 as Involted, they're taking this site.
Yeah, Fix gets 1 with the Tour de Force as well. 3v4. Everybody dropping down from Heaven. Cookie gets 1, Cookie gets 2. Ray's happy. All he can do is just sit back, really. Not much can be done. 4v... Yep, and that's the third for Cookie. 4v1 right there. Happy does to get one, but instantly traded by Cookie. No time on the board as well. 7-1. Cookie monster on the server. 13-3 right now, even as the Omen, the controller. Absolute Giga Chad. Just running and gunning it down. And then that just forces Involted back onto another eco.
It's involted onto another eco, and at this point you have to start wondering what can Involted do to really counter the amount of utility and the amount of information that Twisted Saints can gather on these defaults. You can see Happy over towards C Mound has to back away because you're on an eco. You don't just want to give up these guns. They're sheriffs. If you hit a headshot, you hit a headshot. You do a significant amount of damage, and you know, damage is the name of the game at this point for Involted to try and maybe tie things up 8-4.
Oh yeah, but you're not even gonna get past Cookie. Even stacked Zek and Cookie just get the two just kind of chilling there. Pepper trying to find some shots, not contacting anything, but only 46 HP left. Just any bullet from a Phantom or Vandal will, or 2 bullets will definitely take Pepper down. Again, B retake with even just classics and sheriffs is just gonna be pretty much impossible versus, yeah.
And you can see Jete just trying to buy some time. Eventually just gets mowed down, and for Peppa, yeah, you can't really expect much more than that. A flawless anti-eco, well played by Twisted Saints to get their 8th. And it has to be mentioned now because the ult cycles for Involted are really screwed up. I think maybe a Nightfall for Peppa and then a Showstopper for Happy could be on the cards before the end of the half, but I mean, for the other side, you know, Ghibli has that Nightfall. Presumably, they want to just run it C and just completely shred Happy's chance of joy.
Oh yeah. It looks like it. I mean, it's just going to be a standard bit of control. Oh, Flash goes a bit wide, though. Happy is going to be fighting. Nope, never mind. Happy's backing off. Okay, just going to actually tuck into the corner. I quite like this play. They're doing a crossfire with the Omen as well. Dog is going in. Did spot. Here we go. So much util being done. They don't check the corner.
Hello?
Combs?
There's no way. How does he not? How does no one check that corner? Happy gets away with absolute daylight robbery. Flashed up. Hit by the Nightfall, everything, still able to find one. Unfortunately, though, for his teammate in Kiko, it's not exactly the same. So now Twisted Saints in this 4v3 retake. Peppa there, trying to spam out another Twisted Saints player, try and equalize the numbers, buy times for this rotate, but look at Fix's position. Flanking all the way in through defender spawn. This retake for Involted, it has to start now, or else things might start looking dire. And as things speed up for Involted, Yuki completely guns down Noir, and there it is. Jete falls to Fix. Yuki cleans it all up. Twisted Saints, they're 1 round away from double digits, and we're only in the first half.
Oh yeah, just that lurk on from Fix was absolutely massive. They just kind of forgot about him poking and prodding over at A, and just the Nightfall coming in, just the amount of util that was being dumped onto C, just made them kind of forget about Fix in general. Again, just looking at Cookie and Yuki alone, 16-3 and 11-6. These guys just aren't dying, and they need to be dealt with from the side of Involted right now. Just looking at the Raze, Omen going to be taking some mount control as well with what limited weapons that they do have. They're not even going to take a chance. They're not even going to go exploring. They're just going to run right over to A, I believe. Yeah, running right over to Fix. He's still poking and prodding Cookie. Demon on the server. Can't get rid of him. He's going for more. He's going for the spam. A little bit greedy, but I respect it. They're just kind of chilling towards A right now.
He did get rid of that, you know, that turret over towards Breakable. So that is just another piece of utility taken offline, another piece of information for Involted that they can't get. And you can see that information, it's starting to be granted over that they need to give up the C site for now as Mound gets taken. But Peppa on this flank, there's potential here for something, surely.
Fix is away.
Never mind. That's what a caster curse by me, and what a showstopper out from Yuki, taking out Kiko. Cookie just completely robs Happy of a chance at any shot in this round, and Freshete in a 1v5 with a Sheriff. Maybe practice some headshots? Miyagi method?
Yeah, maybe we'll have to see. But wait. No way. Okay, no, I was about to say, is everybody looking towards Waterfall? No. Zach is gonna spot, gets picked off. Here we go, Miyagi method.
Let's see it. Oh!
Number 2! Yuki! Finally kills.
That
Oh my
second
goodness.
flick.
Last round before the switch.
That second flick is ridiculous from Schete. So you know what? 10-1. You're down at this point. You have to get some rifles in your hands, surely. Just frag out. Just have some fun with it at this point. Let's just keep the morale up. What do you think?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, as I and you said, the attacker side is definitely more favored towards, or on Lotus itself, but not quite this much favored for a 10-2, possibly half for Involted, or even an 11-1 half for Twisted Saint. We're just gonna go in here. Kiko and Happy, I believe, are just still looking to take control. Oh, Happy getting that first blood on Jib. Staying a little bit too far out in the open. Dog gets destroyed as well. Cookie is still prodding, and Fix, don't forget about Fix. He's walked up all the way.
He's walked up all the way towards A. Noir still here in tree. Has to make magic happen for Involted for them to get their second round, and he's found the first onto Yuki, and you can see all this utility trying to be used to clear him out. A pop flash from that guiding light will eventually lead to the end of Noir. Kiko finds Cookie in the meantime, and can find Fix as well in the back of the site over towards Hut. Uses that shadow step to try and just jump around and dash around, and for Zek, a 1v4 just can't get done. Involted, I said keep the morale up, and hey, I think a second round will do the trick.
Oh yeah, 2-10, definitely doable still. If you're not out, then it's still doable. Cookie, yeah, he's 18-5 right now, but we do have the switching of the sides. Involted going to be able to get onto that attack, especially with Twisted Saints not having actually a sentinel. Like, I mean, yes, there's Chamber, but not like a very hold type sentinel, and no Viper as well. So Involted do have a chance if they play this right, if they take that control. But again, Twisted Saints have been playing this so well up to now. We're just gonna have to see what happens. It looks like it's gonna be a full C rush. Never mind, cancel.
Yeah, no, that might have destroyed it. You can see that haunt, that spotted out at least like 3 or 4 people on the side of Involted. So they definitely do not want to commit to this C site. An orb might not be out of the question though, because that mound control has come for basically free. Because remember, there's no Killjoy here to fall back on, so Jibui has to be a bit more cautious about how he approaches that C site. But for Involted, yeah, they're like, wait a minute, they don't have a Killjoy. There's no microwave setup or anything, so we can just run straight into the site. Happy sends that satchel in. And while Steez was there to delay, it's Jete who's going to open up the round with a kill onto Jibui. Zek finds one and backs off. Kiko on that plant secures a 4v4 retake. Twisted Saints still looking for 11.
Yeah, 4v4 retake right now. Twisted Saint still has the Chamber online, which means that there is... Oh, yeah, no Headhunter, but with a Ghost as well. Yuki getting a shot onto Pepper. Yuki getting a shot onto Kiko. Yuki getting a shot onto Happy.
There's a chance. Noir. Oh my god, never mind. There isn't a chance. Fix sends that to half. Noir tries to peek off the back of it, but Yuki... A flick is a flick. And Twisted Saints find that 11th round. And you talk about that Ghost and to why there was no Headhunter there for Fix. I think it makes sense because you can carry that Ghost into the next round with you, and even if you lose that Ghost, you technically would still be able to buy a Headhunter bullet anyways, because, you know, 700 versus 800, and a Ghost tends to do you pretty good on a round like this, in that pistol round where no one has full shields. So... for Fix in the second round bye. You can see that save coming through. For Involted, it's a force buy. So we're going to have to see what they can do.
Yeah, only 2 more rounds to work with for Involted here. 11 and 2, not looking too good. If Involted do not take this round, the situation's going to be looking pretty dire for them. Actually, doing a little bit of exploring. Fix gets the first kill. Kiko getting the trade though. There we go.
Something. Gives them that 4v4, and you can see for Zek just trying to send in that Trailblazer and get out of there. Spots all that information for Twisted Saints in this 4v4. They now know there's that force buy, there's that plant for Mound from Kiko. Zek was there, potentially just to try and get a couple bits of spray in, but yeah, they're waiting for the rest of the team. They want full force 4v4 retake.
Yeah, and Volted do actually have a very strong chance here. Happy with the close range duel. One more coming in as well. Look up!
Oh!
He goes down. Yuki does get 2 in the background as well, though. That's 3. Make it 4. Yuki. Demon on the server. That's going to be 12 rounds for Twisted Saints.
I have no words. I mean, Yuki is just having a game. Yuki and Cookie both, right? I'm pretty sure they're both looking really solid. 21 and 7 for Yuki. Cookie just behind him, 18 and 7. I mean, Fix has more kills than anyone else on Involted, and he's the mid-fragger for Twisted Saints. I mean, this is just a comprehensive just breakdown of the meta comp from Involted. Twisted Saints have been playing this so well.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely agree. 12-2 right now. Involted, you gotta do something with pistols to bring it back. It looks like it's gonna be a Hail Mary B hit. Go be hard, go be good. Or maybe not a little bit hard. Looks like they're playing a bit of contact here, actually. Not oh, Cookie has read it, actually. Okay, just a bit of util going out. Alright, Happy's really looking to get a first pick here. And the push is stopped. Happy can't go in any deeper. Showstopper coming out from Yuki. Happy gets the kill. Showstopper is denied. Zek flashing out. Noir goes down.
Noir falls, but Skjete and Happy and Cookie, the trades have all responded, and it's ended with Involted in a 2v3 advantage. Fix on this flank. Jibui over towards Breakable. Does mean that this B site is going to get crunched in. But that plant, yeah, it's for that C-Link. So Involted are ready for this. It has to be a fight taken at some point, and you can see Skjete is going to be the first contact. A high-low with Happy. It's all gone the way into this 1v1. Fade v fade. Jibui not looking, meaning the spray for Peppa is good. Involted, finally, a third round on the board.
One dream ends.
Yeah, and Volta just trying to take a round by round at this point. Just trying to do as much damage to Twisted Saints as possible. Maybe, potentially, they're looking for an overtime. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure, but again, the map's not over. Definitely still is doable. Everybody on TSE is just looking so strong right now. Jib busting out that Odin, looking for some major initial damage, but he's not going to receive any. Involted are looking to 5-stack towards C. Zek, if he gets caught out here a little bit, maybe they can get the ball rolling as well. Flash has been used, guiding light. It might just be a go C hard, go C good hit. Util goes out. Let's go, Showstopper.
Find some damage. A lot of damage, but no kill. Twisted Saints. Cookie's gonna back up, let Zek use that regrowth, get him back to basically full health. Happy's here, tucked in the corner, can't find it as Cookie gets the clear, and now a 4v3 into the shadows, trying to get used. It goes all the way back to Ben. He's able to find a kill. Kiko trying to hold on to the site, trying to grant Involted the chance at a fourth round. He's sitting in that poison orb, but eventually gets spammed out by Cookie, and now the remaining two players holding in towards that mound area. It's just Skjete left, and he gets taken down by Zek. The time will be there. Twisted Saints are gonna get the defuse. 13-3 on their own map pick. You said they were Lotus Esports, and
Defenders win.
they proved it. What a first map by Twisted Saints.
13-3. Just absolutely dominant performance from Twisted Saints. It was just absolute demolition. Fix, Cookie, Yuki, all going absolutely monstrous. Over 2.0 KD from all three of them, I believe. It was just absolutely crazy. Defeating the Fnatic meta comp on, I mean, obviously on their own map pick, but still, just the dominance showed was absolutely insane.
It was, and I think to that same degree, just seeing the way that they were able to so delicately just win and dominate on that attacking side with that Sky and that Fade, not having that Viper for that default control over towards A, it was beautifully done. And for Twisted Saints at this point, it's just about, can you carry that momentum over in towards Bind? I think they have a pretty good shot at doing that, but it is Involted's map pick. And also, we have to go to a very quick break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with map 2 of Bind after this.